Hey everyone, we are back, me and Mary, to go ahead and show the stuff from Graveface Records.
Yep.
I really like the stuff we got in Jacksonville and stuff like that, but I feel very like, for some reason I feel like very close to the stuff from Graveface, if that makes any sense. It sounds kind of silly, but I just think that I got a really cool variety of some really nice stuff. So I want to show them off. I really like this store. It's only been around for a couple of years, and supposedly in Savannah. But they had this little, they go for that whole like skulls and scary stuff type of vibe. But it's a normal type of store. But they had a really nice variety of stuff. Do you like it, Mary?
I did like it.
It's cool, right?
If you don't go on a Monday, there's a great, cute little bakery right next door that makes great espresso drinks. I hear, but wouldn't know because we went on a Monday.
Yeah, we didn't know they were closed on Monday. So I'm going to start with the CDs to get started because there's something that we're playing in the background. We didn't play the whole record, the CD in the car, but I thought it sounded interesting, and now we're really liking it on the stereo when we're playing it louder. Mary likes it.
Love it.
It's a guy named Paul Duncan. The album is called Be Careful What You Call Home. And it's some really nice artwork. I mean, I told Mary I really like it when you see stuff in like a really cool, like recycled cardboard sleeve. And the lyrics are in there, and it's basically all him with other people on select tracks, and it's just kind of nice, and it just sounds nice and kind of, I don't know, how would you describe it? Stuff she wants to lay out.
Ethereal. Yeah, it's just something that you just, very chill and just awesome.
And it's from 2005, and I'm excited because it's on a record label called Home Tapes, and I don't know anything about that record label. And just because the way it's all put together and the packaging and the music sounds like something I'd be interested in. By the way, something I'm really excited about, I feel like I'm missing a CD, but I could be wrong, but I could be right. But anyway, I thought I had 5, maybe I only had 4, but I really do feel like I'm missing something, but I'm going to stop thinking about it. Anyway, I paid like $10 total for the CDs, which worked out pretty good. And now I know I'm missing something, but I can't think of what it is. So I'm going to keep moving on. But there is one missing. So that one's first. I'm going crazy thinking about it. I need to get focused. We listened to this in the car a couple times. I like this. I never heard this album. This is from '03. This is Erykah Badu's Worldwide Underground. People say it's a little bit different because it's a little bit more drawn out. Like the songs are longer. She kind of there's not as much vocals all the time. But she does have plenty of vocals actually. But it's just, I guess it's not as composed. It's more free and loose, which people talk about. Some people don't like, some people do. I do.
It was the album she wrote when she had writer's block, right? So it's a little less conventional for her.
Yeah, it probably needs probably something cool to get her back into the swing.
Yeah.
She put out 2 albums that were both really highly regarded, Baduism and Mama's Gun, and then she didn't put out a record for years, and she was on a tour called like the some sort of female writer's block tour or something as well, something like that, and yeah, so I liked it, and then this kind of brought her into like those other 2 records to me. They were great. This is a rapper that I really have liked in the last year and gotten into that has a lot of stuff called, his name is Lush Life, and the album is called Plateau Vision, and the beats are really extraordinary. I really think Mary will like this when she listens to it. I did tell her that most of I've listened to a lot of his stuff, and I noticed there's not many curses. The other day we were playing my little brother, and there was one in the first song I never caught before, but for the most part, there really isn't, and he's really just a very smart rapper. He kind of reminds me of a Roots style in terms of that, like very smart lyrics, but the production's really great. So I know this album, but I saw it, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to get it. Because they only had CDs on the bottom, on the floor, and the guy had like no idea. It wasn't like a CD shop where there was like CDs alphabetized, or just random CDs on the bottom, and he was charging so cheap for them. Now this is my creme de la creme that Mary knew I was excited about. I thought this is Joni Mitchell Travelogue, and he only gave it to me for like $2.50, and I couldn't believe it.
$2.50.
Yeah, and because it's such a nice package, and it has, you know, this lyric booklet with all the lyrics for the songs, and then it comes with this nice book set that opens it up, and it has all these this artwork inside as well. So it's a really nice book pack. It's really nice packaging, and I didn't know much about it, and I thought when I bought it that maybe it was a greatest hits, so I was excited about that. It turns out it's actually an album that she put out. I think probably in the 2000s or something. It's on None Such Records, which is a classical record label. I don't remember the year it came out, but this is her re-renditions of songs that she's done over her career with orchestra arrangements. So, and there's a lot of songs in here I don't know because I don't have all of her stuff, so I've been planning on kind of sitting down and listening to this and really reading the lyrics while listening to it, but it's a 2-disc set, and each one's like 60 minutes, so I mean, how can you go wrong with something from Joni Mitchell for that price? CDs. So, now I got this for fun. One of my groomsmen is particularly, I mean, of course, I like U2 overall. I listen to a lot of the older stuff. I do enjoy them now, too. One of my friends, Colby, is a huge U2 fan. And so I saw this, and I thought I had to get this so we can watch it together. It's such a cool package. This is U2, the Pop Mart tour, live from Mexico City on VHS. And it has a lot of stuff from other records that they put out beforehand, though, and it's really cool. It's very shiny. And interesting factoid. You good?
I'm good.
Interesting factoid. The newest Arcade Fire album, there's an interview, and Win Butler, the lead singer, talked about like the first concert or rock show he ever went to that got him into like wanting to be a rock and roll musician, and it was when he saw U2 on Pop Mart. And a lot of people supposedly talk about it's the most like criticized of their tours, but it's interesting because that's the one he really enjoyed that really blew him away.
Interesting.
By the way, this is my little brother. My little brother.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you to show that.
He makes tons of stuff, and a lot of times it's stuff I just don't know what to do with. But this is cool, and he made this for me, and we keep this in the room for a little extra seat. Yeah. I actually use it a lot.
He does.
He can't move this chair that much.
Puts his beer or his coffee on there while he's listening.
These are the 2 tapes I got. Well, this one I haven't opened yet because I'm so excited about it. A lot of people listening to this probably know MF Doom. I haven't talked to Mary much about him, but I've listened to him since high school. He's a really good rapper. This is an album he put out with another producer called JJ Doom is the name of the project, and it's called Key to the Cuffs. And they say it's Butter Edition, but basically it's a tape version of the JJ Doom album. So they either released this probably as a special release right away, or maybe for Record Store Day. I've only listened to it once on my iPod, or once or twice, but I really liked it, and so I thought this is cool and this is worth getting. I think this was like $9. But more MF Doom is good for me. And then this I thought was so cool, and I still haven't opened it because I love the way it looks, and I'm like scared to open it because I think it looks so cool. But I really want to hear him. I really want to hear him, and he's in the Country Music Hall of Fame, which I didn't know.
What's his name?
Pee-wee King.
Pee-wee King.
It's Pee-wee King Country Hoedown. 51 unreleased recordings on 2 cassettes with liner notes by Bill C. Malone. And I just saw it. It was only $5, and it has 51 songs.
Wow.
And each song ranges, most of the songs range between, like, pretty much range between 2 to 230 with the time. 2 minutes, 230 seconds. 230, I keep saying 230. And, but, I mean, and it looks so cool. And I was like, $5. It was up on the display on top of the tape case. I'm like, I'm going to get this. I don't know anything about him. And we've been into more country and Nashville and all that stuff from our trip. It's on a record label called Bloodshot Revival or Bloodshot Records. And I noticed another tape of theirs. So I think they put out cassettes today of country stuff from, like, the old-time country. And it's cool.
Interesting.
So I'm really excited. I'm going to have to open it soon. But I can't bring myself to do it yet. It just looks so... Here, let's do this. I just think it looks so cool.
Got in the shot. There you go.
And the records. Let me show them. I'm pretty excited about all these, and I haven't listened to any of them yet because I've been really spending my time on this other stuff I've gotten. This is one I don't know anything about. This is a group called Icicle Works. I got it for $2. It's on Arista from 1984. So this is kind of like my pickup from the store. That's kind of like, you know, my 80s. I really like 80s new wave pop music, and I listened to it and it sounded really good to me when I spun it once or twice. When I dropped the needle a couple times, and I like finding these type of records, like bands that look like they're obscure, that no one knows, that put out stuff in the 80s and the 90s that might be really good. So this sounded great. So yeah, we'll see how it is. Icicle Works.
Nice.
These 2 people should know. I mean, I'm sure the last one the people know the most. I got this for $4. This is Oscar Brown Jr., Between Heaven and Hell. And, long story short, if I can do that, there was a CD that I have, I think, or maybe I don't know if I traded it or what, but I really liked it. It was an album from, like, the 90s or 2000s from this guy, Oscar Brown Jr., and I really liked all the liner notes about him. And he still makes music today. He might have passed away, but he made music up till he made comedian music recently. And he has an amazing, crazy, different voice. And when I read the liner notes, they talked about how big of a deal this record was when it was out. And this was like 30 years after the fact. So when I saw this, I said, where do I know this? And I finally realized. And this was like considered a really, they represent this is really great. So, you know, I'm pretty excited about this. I really can't say much, but I'm excited about this. So if people know him, I think they'll really think this is a good one. I think this was the biggest steal. I haven't listened, I've only known like the first track, but this is a really big steal. And I know it is. I know everyone will agree. From what I know, Laurie Anderson is a really, really renowned artist for like making very interesting electronic music and really out there stuff. Mary doesn't know this, but she likes the Colin Stetson album, the guy with the you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know Colin Stetson.
Yeah, so Colin Stetson, and like she does help on that album because whenever you hear like a woman talking over his music, she was the girl doing the talking. But she's a really renowned person. This is her first album, I think. That's really, or I don't know if it's the first, but this is her album from 1982 called Big Science. And it's supposed to, I know it's like very interesting stuff where it's just really experimental, and I got it for $1.
Wow.
And I feel like, you know, you get a lot of stuff for $1, and you know, there's dollar section, but this isn't something I think that most people would normally find in, this isn't something that people would normally find in a dollar section, in a dollar bin. So, and it sounded great. So, I caught Mary looking at my feet because I do this thing with my feet, where a lot of times I like to kind of...
He crosses his toes.
I like to cross my toes a lot, naturally.
And he'll just sit there with his toes crossed, and I think it's
not the sidetrack or anything, but let's talk about what this video is really all about. It's really about my feet. Actually, let's just get it out there, people. I think my feet are really nice. I think people who like to think... If someone like to say, like, if someone was a person who commented on how people's feet look, I think that most people usually say that I have pretty nice looking feet.
You do. You have long, elegant toes. Your toes are practically like fingers.
Yeah, and sometimes the problem is that my toenails can become long and elegant too, because I don't like cutting them as often.
I just think it's amazing because my toes are so short, I can't do anything, and he sits there and like crosses his toes, and I got little sausage feet over here.
See, I like this type of stuff.
So maybe our kids will be normal.
Remember this? Can you hear this? This is that guy. Listen. Oh, right here. The beeping the horn wasn't part of it.
Yeah. Ignore that. Oh, so interesting.
That sounds like Radiohead.
Yeah.
See, it's very cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
How much time do you have
I
left?
can't believe we got it for free.
2 minutes? Okay, well, we can just take it out like that. That's all the stuff. I think it's a really cool batch. It's very unique, more than usual. See?
It's nice.
It's very interesting. So I'm going to let you go out.
Can't believe we got it for free.
We'll go out with this and just let you know if you like the sound of this. Good stuff. His name is Paul Duncan. The album is called Be Careful What You Call Home on a record label called Home Tapes.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about this. It's very chill.
I love it.
Whenever I can find music that me and Mary can enjoy together.
This is like such my style of music.
It is your style.
It is.
And it has electronic, so it's kind of mine too. And you know, it's really nice.
I think I like anything that's chill and relaxing though.
That's pretty much what Mary listens to.
Or else like gospel and blues.
When we listen to rock and roll music and there's like a guy playing drums, she's just like, a cymbal.
The cymbals, yeah, just kind of
like
get
it when
me
people
sometimes.
shred on the guitar.
Well, unless it's John Mayer.
That's true. Because when John Mayer plays guitar, he's really trying to have sex with you, and that's why I love him.
But the Grateful Dead are growing on me, Tim. This is probably is that the most romantic thing I've ever said to you?
Now. End it. Stop it.